If you're sick of the lies and ready to know thyself, to love thyself, well then tune in to the LUV-A-LUTION with your hosts, Amy and John Paul, where we speak all about truth, love, and freedom every Tuesday night, 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Studio A, right here on Revolution.radio. And remember, only you can free your mind control. Be a LUV-A-LUTIONary.
Welcome to the LUV-A-LUTION Show. We are a conscious family radio talk show, speaking truth, love, and freedom for all. Know thyself to love thyself. In this show, we'll be discussing topics such as how to free your mind control, higher conscious level, self-love and self-mastery, natural law, conscious parenting, social engineering, and off-gridding, along with much, much more. And now, the sacred feminine and sacred masculine, dynamic twin flame, LUV-A-LUTIONary hosts, Amy and John Paul. Enjoy the show. All right, so we're on, starting now.
Absolutely.
Thanks, brother. LUV-A-LUTION to you. Big LUV-A-LUTION, all you beautiful beings out there. My name's John Paul.
I'm Amy.
Amy, we got Angus and Sebastian, the family, conscious family, on the Mountain of Truth, coming to you on our first transmission, debut show. Sorry about the technical difficulties. So a few 10 minutes late on our first show. We want to just welcome ourselves and say hi to everyone. We teach about higher conscious levels, self-love, how to free your mind control, know thyself, to love thyself, and to truly love others. We can't give what we don't have, so we have to give that love to ourselves, which most of our upbringing, it wasn't there. So if we don't love anyone, we got to love ourselves. Start with that. We can't give what we don't have. And loving thyself, not this trendy, the pop stars that'll sing of loving yourself and spoiling yourself narcissistically. Not that, but the true spiritual and doing the shadow work on yourself, right? Getting out those emotions, that emotional muck that we all have from our past. All right. I just want to do an amazing quote, talk about an amazing quote from the great comedian Bill Hicks. All matter is merely energy condensed to a slow vibration. We're all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There's no such thing as death. Life is only a dream, and we are the imagination of ourselves. Wow, powerful. Thank you, Bill. Rest in peace, brother. I got truth bumps reading that to you guys. Wow. Anyway, powerful quote from an amazing, if you ever get the chance, check him out. Very advanced and ahead of his time. And that's what we do here. We're out of the box, right? Because only you can free your mind control. We also say, help pull thy head out of thy rear end, right? There is no external authority, right? That's an illusion. And so we want to just, talk to you guys today on our first show, kind of about what we're going to be covering on our shows on the weekly. And thank you to Revolution.radio. Everyone over there, Willow and the gang are amazing. And please go to Revolution.radio and freedomslips.com. Check out the donation tab and the help out. It's the number one listener supported radio station out there, and it's censored free. Thank you. So we really appreciate you guys giving us this opportunity, Amy and I and the family. And so things that we're going to be talking about is that conscious journey that we decide to take, that love-evolution that your personal evolution towards truth, higher conscious levels, and self-love, self-responsibility, self-respect, and self-mastery, really, and self-care, right? And you can exchange that word soul for self, and self is soul. Then you can realize, that higher self. How do we connect to that higher self, right? Get out of this matrix, right? Stop lying to ourselves. All right, we're going to be talking about occulted knowledge, natural laws, natural sciences that are hidden from us. Also, we'll be having some interviews with individuals we call love-evolutionaries, who are individuals who consciously have begun that journey for truth, higher conscious levels, towards self-love, and that evolution of spirit, that love-evolution. So it's a collective, and it's on an individual, like the macrocosm and the microcosm, where we all got to do that shadow work and heal our traumas from our abandonment issues, right? Mommy and daddy, they weren't there for us totally. Most of us, I'll say, but
our parents did the best. Our parents all did the best they could with what they knew. So, yeah. But then it's our duty to pick up the pieces, go back to our traumas, face them, be there for ourselves, and have compassion for ourselves.
Yes, that first 7 years, how you were raised. I know I was raised in a big Catholic family, all boys, going to church every Sunday, pretty strict. A lot of sports, coaches, priests, people telling me what to do. I had about 8 parents because I was the youngest of 7 boys. And that created that rebel spirit within me. And the programming, it didn't stick. School was terrible. I couldn't understand it, the pressures for sports and going to a college. Holy cow. And all for nothing. Yeah. When I realized, what a scam college is, to get all the kids in debt and brainwashed. So, I just push all these new age and new woke nonsense agendas to the universities today. So, anyway, we're going to be talking about, like I said, natural laws, and the trivium, how we can understand the truth, which is the truth discovery process. And what else?
We were taught how to think. What to think, not how to think. Yeah, so that's the problem with schools out there, the public force schools. Taught what to think, folks, not how to think.
Yeah, I was indoctrinated in the public schools, and then in a private school, boarding, and it was horrible. And it just felt like jail, having to check in everywhere, no freedom, and no truth anywhere. A lot of false spiritual Catholic school it was. Wow. So, the whole nonsense with that. So we'll also be discussing, the Vatican, of course, the secret that go on there, the pedophilia, SRAs. All right, no taboo topics. And the 4 barriers to realization of your true self, we're going to go over. Some amazing, powerful, occulted knowledge to know thyself, really, to help you on that path. We're here to plant seeds, right? Do your own research. Okay. I've done a lot of research since about, 15 years of research, and about 6 years. We have a YouTube channel, website. We have some truth warriors on there that have inspired us and our peers in this, the great work. Check out a lot of people there. Over 80 people. You could just start researching, click on anyone. It takes you right to their work website. Anyway, what else? Well, we're going to talk about how to think it with your head, right? The laws of the Hermetic principles, mentalism. Apply it with your hands, right? Know it with the heart. So it's think it with the head, know it with the heart. That's the spiritual part, the second. And applying it with the hands is the third, and the physical, right? Think it, feel it, do it. Think it, feel it, do it. Talking about manifestation, how to manifest, everyone. Manifestation means to show up. What's showing up in your life? Are you having show up things show up that you don't like? Or are you, manifesting your dreams? And I hope you are. So it's all about energy. Also, we'll be talking about our buddy Nikola Tesla. Appreciate Nikola's hard work. Always thank you, Nikola, for all the knowledge that he got out there before his passing. And we're all energy, right? To understand in the universe, you got to understand energy. Think in terms of energy, vibration, frequencies, if you want to know the secrets. We're all energy. Nothing is still. And that's one of the Hermetic principles, right? Vibration. Nothing is at rest. We think it is because it's not like moving right in front of us. And how we're also transmitters and receivers of information, right? We receive information through our 5 senses. We juggle it around in the mind, and then that shoots out into our movie, basically. We perceive. So we receive information, and then we perceive our reality out onto that screen. And in between those two things, the belief systems are kind of a net where that information can get caught in those beliefs. Okay, these are very bad words, I'll say, in our vocab. Beliefs are lies we tell ourselves. Belief, it's in the first 5 letters. Be lie. When you look at that word. And so the be lying to ourselves that we're doing is with religion, or with just blind acceptance without looking into stuff, without researching, right? Condemnation without investigation. Okay. These are very important principles that we live by. I was a commercial fisherman. Met Amy about 8 years ago, commercial lobsterman in Maine, and teaching surfing. And we met and had an awakening, spiritual awakening together, just soulmate, twin flame, the water relationship, just amazing flow, best friends and buddies from the start, Amy. And now we have 2 healthy boys, Sebastian and Angus, and so thankful for her amazing spirit. And so then we went on that journey to look question and everything. The vaccines for our children, no vaccines, no thank you. And the second birth was a home birth. First one was an all-natural birth in the hospital. Got out of there clean, and we're healthy. We teach about nature. We're out in nature. We live very rural, off-grid. So we bought a house together, and we sold it and got some land, started to grow our food, take our power back, learn about our power, getting it right now from the sun. Thank you to make this transmission. So appreciate that. Don't have to pay for those Rothschild utility companies that rob us blind. So that feels good, taking our power back there. We have a very minimal lifestyle. We get water from a spring, not too far from us. So we have 2 acres on the side of a mountain. And we transmit our podcasts, everything from here, and met some amazing people online. Crip Rick, want to shout out to him. Thank you for making this possible. Thank you, brother, and thanks for listening, supporting us. We love you. And that superfood's getting there someday. And so, what else? We talk about ego identity. We want to stay away from identifying with the things. All right, I am. Whatever you put after that is very powerful, and so we don't want to identify with lies that we tell ourselves. All right, that's the constructing that self-image.
Priority over for the soul over the ego, right? The ego isn't bad. It's good. It helps you, and it wants you to do well, but you can have a negative ego that is very dangerous, which we'll be talking more about that. But the priority over the soul instead of the ego is important, because then you're following your heart, you're following your intuition. Authority doesn't come from outside of yourself, and you stick up for yourself and love yourself. So that's just a little thing that's very important, actually, about the soul.
Yeah, the soul, great points, love. The soul is quiet, right? The ego is loud. And so when we need to be still and basically turning off the 5 senses, or some of them, so that we can hear our soul speak to us, or our higher self, or oversoul, whatever you want to call it, getting those downloads, right?
Messages. Yeah, our body is a wonderful tool. It's a messenger. The higher self is trying to get your attention with the body, and so any ailments and pain, discomforts, usually are messages that your higher self wants you to receive. And once you receive those messages, you make change in your life. Your discomforts start to go away, and when you face fear, your discomforts, I've noticed, start to go away.
Oh yeah, great points. Also, we're gonna talk about what the LUV-A-LUTION on Revolution. Thank you, Revolution.radio. Please donate. Go to their website, Freedom Slips as well. Hit the donation tab and choose a means to donate. Appreciate that. Sorry, I lost my track here.
Talking about the LUV-A-LUTION.
The LUV-A-LUTION is not a new age baloney woo-woo, right? We get to the hardcore truths. We get to the ugly truth of this SRA victims, right? The satanic pedos that run in the muck all over this planet, right? And we got to expose them and call them out and get them we gotta basically even love those people, because the Love-Evolution, really, we're all interconnected. And these people are truly broken. They hate themselves so much. That's the other side of loving yourself, is that self-loathing, which the system teaches us. You're nobody, nothing. Sit down, be quiet, raise your hand, and go get a job, obey, and comply, and obedient. Right? That's what I was taught. All that nonsense. So anyway, weak people revenge, strong people forgive, and intelligent people ignore.
Wow.
All right? Well, that's some food for thought. Anyway, we going over to our 4 primal fears, talking about the chaos, the darkness, the fear of darkness, fear of chaos, fear of abandonment, and fear of the predators. Okay, those are very powerful, that the dark occultists, the dark sorcerists use against us since we're born, right? So yeah, The Matrix is a real documentary. It's not a movie, and with a lot of hidden knowledge, occulted knowledge, allegorical knowledge, and yeah, we recommend checking that trilogy out to help wake yourself up, realize how things work here. It's a big Alush farm, basically, and yeah, they're getting our energy, keeping us in a low vibration, right? That 5 sense reality keeps us, it hijacks the human's perception and believing in this matrix. And David Icke and the Saturn Moon Matrix, I recommend his work. Very powerful. He's written over 20 books. And yeah, so that's the matrix, right? Taking action, not just hoping. Hoping is kind of it's just kind of wishing and wanting without the action. And so hope is kind of a lie, really. I'll say it. Hope is a lie that keeps us just inactive, basically. It's a psyop. Keep hope alive. Well, and then just waiting for a savior or something. And then we have to be our own saviors, right? You got to save yourself. You got to heal yourself, right? A lot of people know a lot of different skills, things, but they don't know themselves. That's Billy Meyer, amazing human being, said that a while ago. And want to thank him for all his work. Check out Billy Meyer, Meier, I think. He's in Switzerland. But yeah, we'll talk about anything. Secret space programs, super soldiers are real. Okay, all the projects, Montauk, all the horrific crimes against humanity down in the deep underground military bases, otherwise known as DUMBs, that take about $20 billion of our tax money to build, right? And there's tons of them, over 150 in the U.S. alone. So what the Love-Evolution is not, right? It's not just that false spirituality, but balancing thyself, the sacred masculine, the sacred feminine, and that's what we bring that to the table. And Amy, as the amazing warrior goddess, truth warrior goddess, and myself as well, and all the others on our website and everyone that's come before us. Thank you to all the amazing researchers on our website and otherwise. We love you. We're all interconnected energy here, having this human experience. Okay, when we start identifying this meat suit or with the five senses, and that's where we get into the false sense of self there, right? So we must know and understand principles of the natural world so that we can exist and operate in before we can be free. Okay, that's knowing natural laws, knowing do no harm, do not steal, take no shit. Bless you. Take no shit, do no harm, and know you're a sovereign being, right? Means you're not a slave. You came here to be free. That's your birthright. Autonomy. Because government is slavery. Always has been, will be. All the three stages are, thank you, Angus. 3 stages are indoctrination, right, as a youth in school. Then the middle stage is enslavement as a worker in the system, the cog in the system. And the third is that extermination. They just turn you and burn you. They don't care. That slow genocide, democide, menticide that we talk about, freeing your mind control, right? Because they're just leading us to the slaughterhouse. If you're not a lion and can see, if you're a sheep, we got to help everyone, right? We got to balance ourselves, be the lion, do the inner work, right? Balancing our masculine, feminine, and that true marriage is within, not somebody external you marry. They got that. They bamboozled us with that one, that government and church come in and take over and clean up and get the money and all that. So the true marriage is with thyself, with the left brain, right brain, balancing the masculine, the feminine.
Yeah, we didn't involve the government in our relationship.
No, we've been together 8 years, and it's nonsense. I've seen enough people with enough problems going that route, and like I saw my brothers and their kids, and so they kind of taught me. They went all mainstream and colleges and all that, so I said no, thank you to that. So before even.
Well, if you bring, just because you bring the government into your relationship with the certificate and the ring and everything, it doesn't make your sacred union any more special or important, validated. So that's true. Some people think because you're married, oh, you must really, love each other, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of people out there aren't happy with their partner. So they're married for a long time and they just stay. So anyhow.
Yeah, we settle. That's the word. Don't settle in relationships. Don't ever settle. Don't ever settle. Okay, this is going to create a lot of self-inflicted suffering when we settle in relationships. And a lot of, not pain and suffering, like I said. What else are we going to talk about? Right, getting out of slavery. Unfortunately, it's very apparent these days. The overwhelming ignorance everywhere, apathy, laziness, and cowardice going on. Right, we don't want to do any. We don't want to know.
We don't want to take responsibility.
So we'll never do anything if we don't even want to know or look into what the truth is. The truth is simple, right? It's simple. It's what's happened, what's happening, and what'll continue to happen. The truth is.
Truth to everything.
Yes. So we try to simplify, occulted knowledge here.
And the discernment, right? The soul can discern. It knows the truth. You get truth bumps. You can feel the truth. You feel it in your heart. You know when someone's being truthful or not. The soul knows the truth, which is the same for all. And
yes.
So the ego lives in the world of lies, but the soul lives in truth.
Yes.
So your soul will know.
Yeah, we talk about knowing, not believing, right? Information you resonate with, or there's information you don't resonate with, and that's usually where the discernment comes in. It kicks in. You can feel the lies and feel the truth. Like I said, with some truth bumps.
Just because someone's talking all pretty to you and nice doesn't mean they're telling you the truth. So be careful.
Yes. So we're doing this because we care, everyone. All right. We actually care. I've done a lot of inner work and a lot of outer work. And I love myself truly. I can say that. And I love you, everyone listening out there. I love everything. That's why I don't harm anything. Right? Animals, none of that. Animals, we're all connected. They're brothers and sisters in consciousness. We don't have a right to take that animal's life. We do not own them. They are not here for us. They're here with us, right? And we're not into the vegan meat-eating battle. We don't eat dead animal flesh. Nothing with a face. And
all the fake vegan stuff, you guys be careful.
Yeah, the fake meats and stuff is the Bill Gates. There's chips and nanoparticles and all of it, the fake meats and cheeses. So beware. Try to get everything, as Dr. Sebi said, who inspired our superfood. If nature didn't make it, don't take it.
Yeah, and food is a drug too. And when you know the truth of that, you don't need as much food as we all think we do.
Yes, they lied to us big time about our food.
Pyramid, I got to make sure I do this, that, this, and this, and that. Count these calories.
Especially in America. I don't know where you guys are listening in from, but we got more poisons in our food than anyone. And so they really have us under that.
A lot of countries
hypnosis.
Ban the food we are given,
Yeah.
They ban it.
Yeah, all the artificial sweeteners. There's hundreds of them.
Chemicals. I learned one time a baby's born with 250 chemicals in its bloodstream when it's born.
Wow.
So.
Yes. Yes, this is a toxic planet, unfortunately. And all could have been prevented if we use hemp cannabis instead of all the plastics and basically paper and cutting the trees down. But that's a whole new thing. Jack Herrera, check out his book. I talked about it on Crip Rick's show, The Emperor Wears No Clothes, the history about cannabis. It was everything just 100 years ago. Before it's coming back though. It is making a big comeback. Hemp products are probably 25,000 hemp different products and one of the strongest materials was everything: our food, fuel, medicine, paints, lacquers, varnishes on the boats, the ropes, the riggings, sails. Yeah, Angie. Here's our 7-month-old that we had here at home at free birth. And Amy was amazing.
I had a wild pregnancy, so no ultrasounds or anything like that. So it was wonderful.
Yeah, we don't use the institutions because we know their agenda. We know.
Well, we've learned that we're the power. We don't look outside for answers. We are the power. We can heal ourselves. We go within. We can heal with our messages and change, right? We have to evolve. When we don't change, that's when we die. That's when we age, when we don't change. So evolution is very important.
Evolution is love-evolution. That inner right? Evolution of soul, higher self, lower self to higher self, right? That journey. Knowing thyself, that takes a lot of time to know thyself, remembering who we are, pulling our heads out of our rear ends. Because only you can do it. No one else can do it for you. Just like you can bring the horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. So we could talk, but the work has to be done within the individual, and that's why we're here. We care that agape love of humanity, not just ourselves and our stuff. We don't just care about that. We care about everybody, animals, plants, right? We don't harm anything but mosquitoes and ticks. And that's it, because those things are man-made nonsense, spreading, you know what. Anyway.
We eat plants.
Yeah. Yeah, mostly plants. Yeah, a lot of
Sourdough bread.
A lot of grains. We do our own sourdough, and very minimal.
No fridge for 3 years.
We haven't had a fridge for 3 years because it takes a lot of power. Very minimal on the power. We've basically powered our whole house with a DC 12-volt deep cycle. So gaining a lot of skills there. Chopping wood. We put a wood stove in, and we harvest the wood off our land. Very rural. It's great. We love it. The trees help block the Wi-Fi, 5G nonsense. Rocks, too. They're our friends. We talk about the trees. We got to try to keep as many trees as can be.
The rocks are consciousness.
Yes, everything's consciousness, spirit. Get out in nature if you're in the cities. Right, turn off our phones. Let's get out in nature. Choosing the nature over the AI that is everywhere, folks. This is the LUV-A-LUTION is not about the AI transhumanism. We'll be talking about that as well, and how it's a horrible agenda to take our consciousness from us, our thinking and intuitive knowing minds. So beware of that. Right, get away from the technology. It's a great tool. It's like the ego is a great tool. We use it. We put it down when we're done. Right, you're not. It's like a hammer. You can't use a hammer for everything. So the ego can't do everything, but it helps you survive. You need it to protect yourself, right? But we can't live there. That's all. Me, my, and I. That's the true Satanistic ideology. A big shout out to Mark Passio, who helped teach us a lot with his information. Check out his website, What on Earth is Happening. All his de-occulted knowledge that he's provided for free to the public. Amazing public speaker, and was involved in the Satanism and is teaching people that mindset of what truly Satanism is, not the big red-horned caped guy in the Bible, but it's that me ideology and mind, screw everyone else, all day, every day, from the minute you get up to the minute you go to sleep. Check out his amazing work. Thanks again, Mark, for inspiring us and informing us with the great knowledge and the great work. Anyway, wow. So, beliefs. We're getting away from that, right? Beliefs are very dangerous. I personally raised Catholic, dissolved my beliefs, read the Bible, a lot of contradictions there, a lot of sacrifice, murder, bloodshed, torture. Holy cow, what a loving God. Yeah. So the loving, the Catholic Church was so unloving, being raised in that nonsense. Anyway, thankfully wasn't molested by any priests. And I'm sorry for all those that have. Well, I feel you. And family or priests, any type of molestation, it's all wrong. Our kids are so vulnerable. We got to protect our kids. And that's why we do this as well, protecting our kids from the medical system that doesn't have our best interest, to say it nicely.
Do your research.
Again, do your research, yes.
Don't listen long.
But taking your power back, that's the LUV-A-LUTION, being responsible for your health. And health is wealth. As cheesy as that sounds, that's true in every way. And without it, you can't do much. So love yourself to health, and get out in nature, take off your shoes, right? We talked about that on Crip Rick show. Again, earthing, how important that is. Wow, we're energetic beings, so we want to connect to Mother Earth, our true mother, and get that energy and the positive and negative ions flowing. And get out in nature, go out for a hike, get to the beach, ocean, lakes, rivers, anywhere, just to enjoy a tree in a park, wherever you are. If you're in the city, enjoy some flowers. Stop and smell the flowers. That's LUV-A-LUTION. Being in the moment, being in the now, being present. That's the true presence, right? Not gifts and consumerism, basically.
We stopped all holidays about 5 years ago?
Yeah, we don't do holidays. Well,
they're all programs.
They're all programs from school to keep us distracted and in that a ritualistic, basically, yeah.
Because what they're doing behind closed doors on these holidays is terrible. So we're not going to celebrate on those days.
No, do your research about all the holidays, every single one, where to come from. Catholic Church, a lot of them, and they celebrated the massacres, a lot of them, and we just do this unconsciously, and so we ask questions. We have learned a lot, and that's why we're doing this radio show, to share the knowledge we've acquired, dissolving the beliefs, right? Shedding our fears, facing fears, guys. Fear is a liar. Love is the choosing that love, and when you get up, as the opposite is fear.
I had a terrible back pain. I'll tell you guys some personal experience recently with fear. I had some terrible back pain because I was doing something new and sending some. We're learning a lot about conditional acceptance and letters you can write to CEOs and so forth to discharge your debt. And I had some fear. You know, we all do. We all have fear. And I just had to talk myself down, let myself know it's going to be all right. So the back pain went away. It took about 3 days, but I didn't go to the doctors. I didn't get surgery, didn't get any shots, and the pain went away. So face your fears.
Yes, your body is a messenger. It's a miraculous machine, so advanced technology. It boggles the mind to think about how we function on a molecular, biological, and anyway, so our owners call us the dead because most of us walking are the Walking Dead, right? That show, they were making fun of us. But anyway, never watch that. Don't watch TV. It's all mind-controlled propaganda, right? We're in a hypnotic state. Within about 60 seconds, you're in a hypnotic state, getting subliminal subconscious programming. And so beware.
We're in 4 different brain states all day. So our brain is going in and out of these states. And right before you go to bed and right when you're waking up, you're in deep hypnosis. And these times are very important to put in good programming.
555 right now. We're staying alive. LUV-A-LUTION, big LUV-A-LUTION out to everyone.
For listening.
Wow. Yeah, we're just so thrilled to finish our first show, coming close to the finish. And thanks for Rick for making this happen. And the technical difficulties in the beginning, we apologize. So check out Revolution.radio, of course, Freedom Slips, and please donate. Thank you for all your support. LUV-A-LUTION on Revolution on Tuesday nights at 5 to 6
Eastern time.
Eastern. We're just doing an hour. We may extend that to 2 hours with all how much fun we're having. This is a ball. A dream come true for myself. I was out in California, in Hollywood for a little while, and that was nonsense. And I'll talk about that in a later show. But lots of stories and truths to be told. We love you guys. We're doing this because we care, and the LUV-A-LUTION can be the solution if we choose that within the individual, doing the inner work, aligning with natural laws and objective morality out there with our behaviors, knowing right from wrong behavior, right? And we're going to discuss all this, go into detail on our shows in the future. We're super excited. And yeah,
I'm super excited.
Love yourself every day. It's a constant thing. Go easy on yourself. Be your best friend. Be your big brother, big sister. Be your dad, your mom that you wish you had. Okay? And we love you. Big LUV-A-LUTION.
LUV-A-LUTION.
With Amy and John Paul. Thank you, guys. We love you. Thanks again. And we'll be back next week.
Thank you for listening to Revolution Radio.